Video 24, Nature of the Self, Nature of the Enlightened Being. Within brackets, both are the same. We were looking at verses from Devi Kalottaram, Anma Sakshatkara Prakaranam, which is direct realization chapter. Verse 59 says, முற்றுணர்வு இன்பமுடு மூதறிவு தன்வயம் வற்றல் வரம்பில் வலியும் இவை உற்று என்றும் மாறும் நிராமய ஆன்மா அவன் சிவமே சேரும் விசுத்த உடல் சேர்ந்து. Here he is talking about விஞ்ஞானம் முற்றுணர்வு இன்பமுடு. A realized being will remain with this feeling of totality, oneness. I alone am, not as this individual, as Atma, as Brahman, as existence, consciousness, bliss, as limitless Brahman. I alone am without a second, and I am complete in myself. I don't have to go to the body, Prakriti, nature, and search for any happiness at all, because I am the warehouse, I am the godown of all bliss available in the world. So with that mutrunarvu, total feeling, moodarivu, with that omniscience, tanmayam, total freedom from material nature, vatral varambil valiyum ivai utru. He will remain with that power which never dries up, and that is limitless power, that is omnipotence. He says, and whoever remains in that realized state, his body is pure, is nirmala, which means blemishless. Body also becomes light and pure. Light in both the senses, very light, not heavy, and it becomes a light form. Which is the form of a Brahman. And then he says he'll become one with that Paramatma, what is called the Lord, what is called the ultimate reality. He'll become one with that. In Sri Bhagavan's life, there was a friend of his, schoolmate, Rangan, and Sri Bhagavan was very fond of him. Okay, in spite of all his being with equal vision, his schoolmate friend, Sri Bhagavan treated him with kindness. And they used to, when they were in Madurai, when they were students, they used to go to the pool, and then they used to play around. Not a swimming pool, the local tanks, water tanks. And Sri Bhagavan used to go inside the water and give him a kick when he was 16. And it used to hurt Rangan. Rangan was his classmate. And after realization, when after Sri Bhagavan's realization, Rangan came to ashram. And Sri Bhagavan did not forget that experience, and he took him to a local pool there, and then they again swam. And now this time Sri Bhagavan gave him a kick going underwater, because he was an expert in swimming. He gave him a kick, and Rangan came out and said, Sri Bhagavan, those days when you used to give me a kick, it used to hurt me. But now your leg was like cotton, it was so soft. Then Sri Bhagavan said, the moment this realization happened, even the body transformed itself. It has become so light. This is the meaning of that. What was said in this verse. A person who is realized remains with the totality feeling. He doesn't have any lack or want at all. Then in verse, this was verse 57, and then 59. இல்லை நியமங்கள் இல்லை உபவாசமும் இல்லை பிரவிற்த்தி எவ்வகையும் இல்லை நிவிருத்தி நேர்மார்க்க நிவிருத்தி நேர் பிரம்மச்சாரி விரதம் அவர்க்கில்லை என்றே அறியே. Here he speaks about the austerities. He says, for a jnani who has realized himself, there is no question of austerity at all. Doing japa, no. Going to temples, no. And uttering mantras, no. Remaining a renunciate, no. Taking up sannyasa, what is called renouncing the world, no need. And another he says, he doesn't have to remain a celibate. This is what he says. He doesn't have to remain a celibate. You realize your true nature, you are this body, mind and all else. Whatever goes with the body according to prarabdha, let it happen. What is the problem? He says. There are no restrictions. There is no, he says, no niyamangal. There are no rules and regulations to follow. For whom? For the realized being. And there is no upavasam. There is no dieting. Fasting. No, not dieting. Fasting. No fasting. Okay. And then pravritti margam, doing this ritual, fire ritual, etc., puja, all this devotional worship. No, 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 no. And no nivritti. He says nivritti is, taking up sort of sannyasa route, giving up everything. He says no need. And being a strict brahmachari, a celibate, no need. Provided you realize your true nature. Otherwise, we will be caught and karma will chase us. It will again trap us. So, next. Verse 60 says, Anginir Veelasalan endru Veelalatru Sivadunga Jnanamudam Tuittu Siva Anganai Nidyanai Nirmalanai Siva Nityanai Nirmalanai Vittu Siritti Dhanmam Sitambor Sanjaram Sei. He says, some people get frustrated. They do tapas for many, many years and they are convinced they have not yet realized their true nature. This has happened, I believe, in the past. So they go to the peak of a mountain, fall down and die. Or they drown themselves in water, deep water. He says, no need to do such things. Siva Tunga Jnana Mudam Tuittu. Having imbibed or having consumed or having tasted the nectar of bliss. And Siva Anganai. You remain part and parcel of that supreme state. Siva refers to the supreme state. Nirmalanai. Pure. No mixing up with matter at all. Stand away from the universe. Says he'll stand like that. Nirmalanai. Nidyanai. You are there permanent. And Vittu Sritti Dhanmam, having given up the reality that belongs to the physical order, having given it up, he stands apart. And he goes around wherever he wants to go. Because he is not attached to any body, he is not attached to any place, he is not attached to any country, he is not attached to any planet either. Because in his vision, everything is one. From here, he knows the entire existence. The entire sequence of planets and the people that may live there, everything is known to the Jnani. Because he is totality itself. And then in 62 he says, Amalanum Mudamadi Allanai Amalanum Mudamadi Allanai Nimalanai Ninmalanmavai Vimalamam Bhavathinal Vimalam Parpavellam Endru Amalam Bhavithu Parthiduvan Par. This is the concluding verse of Devi Kalotharam direct realization chapter. He says Amalanum, he remains blemishless. All that I mean by blemishlessness is that you remain spirit. You do segregation, Viveka. I am not the body, I am not the universe, I am pure spirit, untouched by material nature. Amalanum Mudamadi Allanai. Without that idiocy, confused brain, without that confused brain, I am totally clear that I am Brahman. He stays like that. Amalanum Mudamadi Allanai Nimalanai. Again, Nirmalan, which means Malam means dirt, without messing up with the thoughts. Because thought is fundamentally about matter, either about this body or another material, or another gadget, whatever, property, gold, money, whatever it is, all matter. So he says, Nimalalai, Ninmalanmavai. He remains pure Atma. Vimalamam Bhavatinal. He has this attitude that whatever we see in the universe, whatever material thing we see in the universe, he knows that they are all nothing but Brahman. It is one Brahman which is appearing as this trillions of multitude, trillions of bodies, trillions of manifestation. Because he knows, in his experience, Jnani's experience, what is there? Only one. One only exists. It appears as God, world, and individual human being. Swami Vivekananda said, Sri Bhagavan concluded, I alone am without a second. எப்போதும் உள்ளது ஏகான்ம வஸ்துவே. What always exists is only Atma. What about the world? It is just an imagination on the part of Brahman. It is impermanent. The physical order is impermanent. It will go. So he says, with this attitude that everything is pure Brahman, he will see everything as pure Brahman. Vimalamam Bhavatinal Vimanam Bhavittu Amalam Bhavittu Parthiduvan Par. Since he is himself blemishless Atma, he sees everything as blemishless. There is no universe at all in his experience. Everything is pure Atma, pure Brahman. So, this concludes this series, Nature of the Self, Nature of the Enlightened Being, within brackets both are the same. This is the concluding video. If we listen to this again and again and again and again, why? Till you are convinced, till you know practically that I am Brahman. Till then, effort is needed. Sri Bhagavan says practice is necessary up to the state of realization. Because understanding the theory, being satisfied with the theory will make us, reborn. It will not, give us freedom from rebirth cycle. We have to experientially know that I alone am without a second. Whatever I see, whatever I hear, whatever I experience through the five senses, the world, Prapanjam, this world, the universe, everything is me. That kind of big Anma am I. Unmoving, unshaking, limitless existence, consciousness, bliss am I. And I remain unmoving like a stone as Atma. I remain like a screen which is never moving, and the entire universe is moving like a cinema, including the body on the awareness screen that I am. I alone am without a second. I pervade and percolate the entire universe, and yet I remain untouched. I am so subtle that it is very easy for me to pervade the entire universe, make the universe happen in my presence, and yet I remain untouched. Asangoham. Untouched am I. This is the whole truth about spirituality, Advaita Vedanta. Let us do Mananam, reflection.